Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Scott here, and today I'm going to be breaking down the entire Pistons offseason. So what I think is the most important for the Pistons is just to stick with their core. Players like Reggie Jackson may have underperformed last season, but I think he can bring a lot more than he did. He and Andre Drummond were a really good pick and roll combo 2 seasons ago, and I think they can get back to that way. So my plans are just to keep Reggie Jackson, give KCP almost the max. I've heard the Nets wanted him, but I'm just going to re-sign him because I think he's perfect for the modern NBA. Teams need 3-and-D shooting guards like him, and I think it's important that we keep him. Also, I'm going to try and trade Boban because I think his contract is pretty worthless at this point if he's just going to be reserve. And trading him will clear space for signing a good shooter off the bench. As you can see, the Pistons really could use some more shooting. Aaron Baines is a player option he'll probably accept. I think he's a decent center off the bench. I think next season Stanley Johnson will play a lot better, but I think he's going to become a really good NBA player in the future. I might just re-sign one of these 3 guys, but we'll have to make room for our draft pick. In the draft, I think we should pick Donovan Mitchell because he's really athletic and I think he has a lot of potential. Once again, guys, if you want to download this draft class, you just search Apple Grande and it'll be the first thing that comes up. But let's get into the draft. So Donovan Mitchell was already selected, so I'm just going to go with Justin Jackson here. So it looks like the Lakers took Donovan Mitchell 2nd overall. I wonder how mad LeVar Ball is right now. Justin Jackson is 73 rated, it looks like. I think I'm just going to accept Stanley Johnson and wait it out on these guys just to see how much money we got. And obviously Baines accepted his player option. I'm giving KCP a qualifying offer, but from what I know, he wants near the max. So right now it looks like KCP wants about $16 million. I'm just going to wait to sign him because I feel like we need to bring in other free agents first. And I'm also going to wait to re-sign these players because they're all asking for minimum deals, it looks like. So it looks like we're about $8 million under the cap. Let's look for a trade for Boban, maybe clear up some cap space. Going through these offers, it looks like there's a bunch of teams that are willing to give us a 2nd round pick, which is all we need. I'm going to take this Hornets one because they're giving 2 2nd-round picks and we don't have to give them anything. So we're in free agency. I think we should look to add a good shooter. Maybe someone like JJ Redick, but he's asking for a lot of money. Korver would be good, but he'll probably get re-signed by the Cavs. I think Joe Ingles would be a good option, but he's asking for too much. I think Jordan Crawford would be a good option because he can go down to the point guard if needed. And it looks like Jordan Crawford elected to go for the Spurs. I probably should have given him more, but there wasn't much we could do because we were already over the max. Wayne Ellington also looks like a realistic option and he could probably drop down to point guard. Once again, the Spurs stole our player. It looks like we're running out of options here. I think Ian Clark would also be a really good player. I think I'll try and give him as much as we can, but I don't know how far we can go. I'm going to give him $2 million for 1 year. Let's hope he accepts that. Ian Clark accepted, which is good. So now that we got our bench scoring option, I think we should just give KCP a realistic contract here. I think about $18 million is the right amount. We'll give him 5 years, player option at the end of it. KCP accepted his deal. The final thing we need to do is to re-sign Hilliard. So now that Hilliard accepted, I think we're done for free agency right now. Let's look at the team. So what we did was we re-signed KCP and we drafted Justin Jackson. Overall, I think this team could get back into the playoffs. They might not compete for a top 5 seed or something like that. Based on how this team played 2 seasons ago, I definitely think they have the potential to make the playoffs again. So player progression, we have KCP going up by 2. Reggie Jackson's gone down by 1, so has Ish Smith, and some of our younger players have gone up by 1. So we're on to the next season. Let's look at the game plan here. Stanley Johnson should probably get some more minutes. Let's put these guys down a little bit. This is the setup I've gone with. I have Marcus Morris coming off the bench because I think he's more suited for the 6-man spot. Stanley Johnson and Justin Jackson will be splitting minutes at the small forward. I think this team looks pretty good, guys. I hope this team could probably go about 500. Let's simulate the rest of the season. As it looks right now, we're playing about as bad as we did last season. It looks like we're going to miss the playoffs again, barring a huge comeback. Our record is so bad we might as well be competing for the first overall pick at this point. Despite that horrible season, Andre Drummond won Defensive Player of the Year. We finished with a record of 31-51. Let's sim the rest of the playoffs. The Minnesota Timberwolves take it all. Karl Anthony Towns must have carried them. Well guys, I think the attempt at bringing back the core wasn't the best idea. We did worse than we did last season, and I think at this point the Pistons will probably just go into rebuild mode. But anyways guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next breakdown video.